Oh my gosh, welcome back everyone to Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth 2. What were we doing? Okay, I pretty much have looked at everything, have I not? So I'm not really sure what to do now. Yeah, I really don't know. Something seems weird though, doesn't it? Like, in my mind, I feel like, do we have any logic that I didn't connect together? Alright, so what do we know so far? We know that in order for Simon to fly off the stage like he does in the show, he was using pulleys and weights and stuff. However, the weights that were found by the well were not enough to lift his body. What does it mean? So we've still got not heavy enough. We've got the metal detector. I don't know. I almost feel like can detect metal objects. Here's what I'm thinking. Can we make these two go together in the fact that can I use the metal detector to find the additional weights? Where did they go to? But I almost feel like that's part of the show, so it would have been cleaned up. But at the same point, maybe we don't know where they went. I'm going to try that, although I don't think this is right. Let's give that a shot then. Is it? Wait, really? Okay, good. Detective Gumshoe, it's time for your secret weapon. Yes, sir. Not the fishing pole. I was hoping for the metal detector. I don't get many chances to use this one. Well, I mean, it's a fishing pole. What the hell are you supposed to do? Before we begin to search, let me go over how to use the metal detector, sir. This metal detector uses sound. Oh, great. Okay. Alright, okay. Look at that. Look at it go. And a meter. To let you know how close you are to a metal object. When you get closer to a metal object, the metal detector will have a bigger reaction, like this. When you get the biggest reaction... Oh, I see, yeah. Give me the order to examine that spot, sir. Now, let's see what we got. Oh, it's just a metal fence. And that's basically how you search for metal objects. Okay. Just give me the instructions on where you want to search, sir. Oh, wait, look where Gumshoe! Oh, there's something here. I was just walking over here. Yeah, there's a reaction here too, sir. Let's check it out. Huh? Did I just stumble upon it right away? I found these in the clumps of grass. I didn't mean to do that. I was just walking around. Oh man, I was gonna use it on Kay. Gosh darn it. These are the weights used for that hoisting device. Were these intentionally hidden? There's 4 of them in all, sir. That many weights would be enough to lift Simon. So, the other weights that were used in the device were hidden. Why were they hidden over here, though? Maybe because the alligator's over there? Maybe they think no one wants to go near it? See, I'm really earning my keep today, aren't I, sir? Yes, you always are. Oh, I thought that was applause. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start applauding for Gummy too. It wasn't, it was the water. I thought I was like, oh, yeah, Gumshoe. Ah, the alligator. That scared me, pal. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It looks like the metal detector's reacting to this alligator. Did it eat something? Didn't Regina say that it had a tummy ache before? Really? Why? Are you sure it isn't still just reacting to the weights? It's a different reaction, sir, and it's definitely coming from the alligator. Oh no, there it goes. It's gone. Was she just giving an oh-ho-ho laugh? Kay, what are you up to? Looks like it's scared of us. I don't think so, Kay. Huh? Well, if anything, I think Allie looks a little under the weather. Allie, I suppose that was what Warden Roland called it. Right, it's her alligator, isn't it? She didn't eat any of the food that the warden gave her yesterday. I think she might have eaten something bad. So I guess the metal detector could be reacting to whatever's in the alligator. Oh, maybe she ate one of the weights? I doubt that even an alligator can adjust a 33-pound weight. But what could the metal detector be reacting to? How are we gonna find that out, though? And regardless, why were these weights hidden? Maybe we should take another look at the device on the well. Okay, I'd like you to recreate the after-show scene again. Alright, leave it to me. God, we're really using this a ton right now. Like, this is it. This is it for us. Alright. What do you want to do then, Edgeworth? You want to look over here again? Is that what he said? Alright. Oh, now we're... Okay, we didn't get this before. I don't think we did anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and look again. So, what do we know? Well, let's just... The well was behind the stage. That means... only a few people would have access to dump the body in the well during the performance. This isn't looking good for Mr. Keys. Yeah, we already saw that. Alright, let's do... No, I didn't mean to do that. That was me pressing the wrong damn button. Let's go ahead and... We could deduce anything, I think, and think about, like, just where it's going. What do we have that we could deduce with? I think we're over here because we're looking at this. Simon's device. Maybe we have to deduce all of the parts of it. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, so let's start with, like, this. Alright. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Well, yeah, I mean, all of it is, technically, except for the sheet, I think. How about that? Oh, no, not that. Yes? This recreation and the device we saw earlier. There's a major discrepancy. Oh my god! I didn't even notice. I was just gonna do all of them. 1 second. Did I fumble upon it again? Oh, that's why you were allowed to check it. I was like, wait, why would they have you check it? It doesn't make any sense. One of the ropes is missing. Oh my... Okay. Well, here we go again. I fumbled my way into an answer. You're right. Without it, the device won't work. I wonder what happened to it. Where did the missing rope disappear to? So in the picture we just saw, there was two ropes. The rope with the spike, which is here, and then the other rope which attached to the weights and made the pulley mechanism work, which isn't here at the moment. It's possible that we hold the piece of evidence that shows where the rope went. Which piece of evidence shows where the missing rope went? What? Which piece of evidence shows where the missing rope went? Do we have that? Wait a minute. Oh no. You guys! Found what the body was it used to tie up the We found this ages ago. Oh my god, okay. The rope we found with the dead body. Ah! Could it be? Yes. It could be the other piece of rope that was used here. Well then, does that mean... This rope was attached to the weight. However, the weight was not one of these metal weights. These weights were hidden in the grass and replaced with something else. If they were replaced, then what was used as the weight? What was tied to the rope we found in the workroom? If we can recall that, then the answer should be clear. What was tied to it in the workroom? Do we have anything that tells us that? Penetrating wound in the neck. Died instantly. Their small bruises on his head had a sweet scent. Oh, I mean the sheet was there as well. And there is a sheet here. Is that what they're getting at? The weight that was dropped in place of the weights that Mr. Keed had prepared was... What? The weight that was dropped in place of the weights that Mr. Keys had prepared. Oh no, was it the body? Was it a body of a dead man? What dropped down the well was none other than Knightley's dead body. Stop! Mr. Knightley's body was used as the weight? Yes, the weights were replaced with Knightley's body. Mr. Keys used the device to launch himself off the stage. Oh my god! When the rope that was tied to him was undone and let go... Both the body and the rope dropped down the well. The rope wasn't used to tie up Knightley. It was used to suspend him inside the well. Jesus Christ, this poor dude. That also explains why the other weights were hidden.
Ah, so that no one would find out that the weights were replaced with the body.
Yes, the killer was the one who hid those weights. But Miles, wasn't Knightley boy stabbed in the neck with a murder weapon? If he was suspended in the well, wouldn't there be blood at the bottom of it? The killer was also aware of that. That's why they used this item. Which item did the killer use in order to leave no traces of blood? Oh, the sheet, of course, and that's why there was blood all over it. But does that count, really? Like, the blood would go right through that. In reality. The sheet we found near the body. It was used to wrap up the body. I see. It looks like all the pieces are starting to come together, eh?
But this means that the body definitely came from the well. If that's the case, wouldn't that mean Simon is the killer?
No. That's not necessarily the case.
Huh? But yesterday just Courtney said...
If Mr. Keyes was the killer, would he have needed to set up such an elaborate device?
I guess you have a point.
Mr. Keyes was only responsible for dropping the body during the show. In other words, it doesn't matter where the real killer was or what they were doing during the show. Until now, this placed the doubt upon the people who did not watch the animal show.
It's true. We also suspected Mr. Dojin.
The killer's true intent was to make us think that the murder occurred during the show. In other words, they used a device on the well to create a fake alibi. There's only a couple people that probably could have done that, though. Miss Barry, do you know when this device on the wall was set up?
Let me think. The day before the show? I think it was at night. We all started preparing at 9 p.m. We finished at around midnight.
The killer replaced the weights with the dead body after. Weights switch with the body. The device was set up with the body on the night before the show. Okay. Well, that throws a wrench in everything. Alright, Simon's device has also been updated. Someone switched the weights with the body. Okay. Did Dojin know about the device? No, even if he knew about it, it wouldn't be possible for him to use it. You can't teach a dog to suspend a body in a well. In other words, Dojin is not the killer. Okay. But who is? What in the hell? That logic we got. The device was set up with the... Wait a minute! Somebody moved this! Stop! Stop it! Remember? The body had a sweet smell on it. The apple! Oh my god. It smelled like apples, did it? That would make sense. Okay. Okay. This cart was moved the night before the show. The body was also switched the night before the show?
I don't think it was just a coincidence.
Keeping that in mind, the question now becomes, why was the cart moved? The cart used to be in front of that door. I can think of one reason why.
Somebody opened it.
Who can open that door, though?
Alright, let's hurry up and... Oh, the door's locked. Let's ask a guard. Hey, Mr. Guard!
Yes, what is it? That was fast. You there. Where's the key to the door? The warden's in charge of it. I'll get it from her right away. I'm starting to suspect a little bit here. The warden is in charge of the keys here? Without the warden's permission, this door can't be open. Well, isn't that convenient? What if she frickin' did it then?
Thank you very much.
Whoa. Okay, what's in here? It's a circuit breaker panel. This must be the breaker room.
On the night before the show, somebody came into this room. I wonder why they would come here.
I don't think anyone would confuse the breaker room with the break room. It was definitely to operate the circuit breakers.
So someone came here to shut off the power to something?
Was there anything that had its power shut? Didn't that happen while we were here? Miles! But also, the security camera, didn't they say it shut off for a certain amount of hours? What could have had its power shut off by the breaker? Oh my god. Oh my god. The only one that could have opened it was her. The security camera had a 3-hour gap.
Ah, I see. The circuit breaker for the security camera was tripped.
It's highly possible.
Was the killer's handiwork?
Or was this the killer's handiwork? Sorry. With the camera down, it'd be easier to move about. The killer would have a major advantage.
I knew it.
If that's the case, the killer was the person who tripped the breaker. Miles, I think you're already starting to think what I'm thinking. Oh no. The person in charge of the key to the breaker room is... It couldn't be. Is it really her? Oh my god. Found in the breaker room at the prison courtyard, was it used on the night before the body was found? That's the question. And who else could have possibly had access to it?
Deactivating recreation.
Alright, investigation complete. Miss Leah did nothing. Huh? Who's that? Oh, it's you, is it? Oh, wonderful. Hello. Have you had your nap today? Did you have some snacks? I'm the first to the scene as always. Good morning, Mr. DeVest.
What?
You... How did you get here before me?
Greetings, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I see you have arrived early.
Girl, we've been here for like an hour. Or maybe it's you who are late, Judge Courtney. Yeah, you slammed that ass.
I have many matters which require my attention. I have no time to waste. Unlike a certain prosecutor who was taken off the case.
Oh. Get wrecked, bitch. She told us. Oh, crap. Well...
Oh, my apologies. I had forgotten that you were assisting the defense attorney.
Yeah, I can see that by the way you always call me Prosecutor Edgeworth. An assistant can never be the best. You've fallen like the rest. Did it take you all night to come up with that? You say just whatever you like, don't you?
Let's just begin our examination of the courtyard, Sebastian.
Alright, I'll call the men over. You don't need to, we already figured it out. That will be unnecessary. What? We have already finished the investigation of the courtyard. You've been bested. Bested? Me? Judge Courtney. Yeah? Your reasoning from yesterday. Watch me shatter it to pieces. Why is it going so slow? Is this like for dramatic or is my emulator slowing down? God, I never can tell.
I would advise you to choose your words more carefully. Have you forgotten that the fate of your badge rests in my hands?
You know what? I don't even care anymore. There, I said it. Whatever. I'll just get another one. I've had enough of such coercion. Can't you think of some other way to threaten me that does not involve my badge? No? What else would she have?
Despite my repeated warnings, you show no signs of reflection. It seems I must remind you once more. The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee can't leave someone such as yourself unchecked.
Yeah, well, I've done it this whole time. And you haven't said a goddamn word. Maybe you're in cahoots. Neither the fate of my badge nor the actions of the committee will impede my progress. Providing Mr. Key's innocence, that is all that concerns me.
Your words are like those of a defense attorney.
Oh, you just caught up, did you? Took a while.
If you're willing to go that far, then I will show no leniency. In the name of the goddess of law, I shall turn your words against you. And at that moment, you will forfeit the title of prosecutor. You shall regret this.
What's happening? Oh, we're button up now? Okay. Well, girl, I am fucking ready for you. Judge Courtney's reasoning. Well, I can't wait to hear it.
I shared my reasoning with you the day before. Since Mr. Albert did not see the body when he passed through the tunnel, it could only have been dropped down the well during the show. The only one who could have performed such an act is the suspect.
Is that it? Oh, girl, I'm about to blow a hole right through everything. And yeah, that's what I meant. I said what I meant. Naturally, you have evidence to support your reasoning? No. No, I have this child. Please take him. Of course she does. Who do you think she is?
Earlier, I received the official autopsy report.
Oh, you're gonna put that on me now at the last minute? Miles, you should be used to it. Babysitting that kid must be difficult.
The time of death was the night before the body was discovered.
Well, that actually lines up with what we're thinking now.
In other words, the day before the show. The cause of death remains unchanged, a stab wound 4 inches deep. Autopsy report, time of death 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on March 27th, died instantly from stab to the neck. Well, then how are you going to say that Simon did it then? Simon Keyes was not present on the stage for a period of 15 minutes. There was sufficient time for him to drop the body down the well.
She has not investigated the courtyard yet. That means... It seems there's a hole in your argument. Oh, gross.
You seem quite confident. Can you present evidence to support your claim?
Girl, I've got it right here in my pants. Of course I can, and I will. Here we go. Time to butt and time to press everything. Shared my reasoning with you the day before. I just want dialogue, really, at this point. So, you continue to believe Mr. Keyes is the murderer?
Just as you continue to speak as if he has not. Do you have any decisive evidence? Do you know the identity of the true criminal?
You do realize you need proper evidence, too.
I am a representative of the goddess of law. My words are her holy orders. Indeed, if I state something is black, it is black. If I state something is white, it is white.
How nice for you. So what would you call gray?
If you wish to disprove my words, then present your evidence at once.
Since Mr. Albert did not see the body when he passed through the tunnel... Tell me more about that. Couldn't it be possible that Albert just failed to notice the body?
Miss Assistant's assistant, did you also enter the hole?
Oh. Also, that's my ring. Excuse me, that's not supposed to go off. I don't know why that happened. But also, did you enter the hole? Inquiring minds want to know.
Huh? How'd you know? I noticed that there was some mud stuck on your lovely hair ornament yesterday. That's amazing! Your powers of observation would even put a great thief to shame. In the name of the goddess of law, answer me truthfully. If there were a dead body in that tunnel, would it have escaped your notice? Well, the thing is, yeah, I think I would have noticed something like that. Do you understand now? Mr. Albert did not see the body. Could only have been dropped down the well during the show.
Okay. The body was dropped down the well during the show. I'd like to hear your reasoning for that.
The day before the show, Mr. Albert lent the key to Mr. Knightley.
The key to Knightley's cell, huh?
Mr. Knightley escaped from his cell with the key and entered the cage Mr. Keyes had prepared. Mr. Keyes then moved the cage to the courtyard and proceeded to murder Mr. Knightley. The next day, when Mr. Albert passed through the tunnel, he did not come across the body. Please wait a minute, that doesn't seem right at all. Wasn't there a sweet smell in the tunnel? Mr. Knightley must have passed through it. Mr. Knightley passed through the tunnel after Mr. Albert did. Mr. Albert passed through the tunnel at the start of the show. However, the body wasn't found until the end of the show.
Which is why you believe the body was dropped during the show.
Yes, and there's only one person who could have carried out this act.
The only one who could have performed such an act is the suspect. No, wait a minute, though. We've got this thing right here that says it's not. Stop. I'm going to present that right now, though. Does she know about it? Oh, no. I know when to present shit. Stop it. You walked right into that. Unfortunately for you, Judge Courtney, your argument doesn't hold any water, just like the well. There was a device set up around the well here.
What is this device of which you speak?
Are you aware of the stunt in which Mr. Keyes is blown away by the elephant during the show? Yes, she's mentioned it.
I have heard of it. It would have been right before he exits the stage.
He tied one end of a length of rope to himself and the other to a set of weights. He was able to perform the stunt by dropping these weights down the well. What are you... We're not talking to you right now. Go back to the kids' table, please. Okay, take him with you. Wouldn't even spent the whole place suspended up in the air? That's why he had a stopper attached to the weighted end. The stopper was removed by pulling another rope. Around the well, we found evidence that the weights were switched with the victim's body. This was done by the real killer in order to shift suspicion away from them. What you gonna say about that? Judging from the time of death, the murder was carried out in the early morning of the show. The true criminal had until the time the show started to set up the device. But didn't Simon Keyes make that thing? And since he was also the one who used it, he is the best suspect. Yeah, okay. Don't you agree? No? If Mr. Keyes were the murderer, he would not have needed to do that. Miss Berry.
Yes?
Was there anyone else who knew of the device he set up?
Well, let me see. Since we had to get everything about our show approved by the people here at the prison, I'd say there were others who knew about it.
But that means the warden could have known about it too. And there you have it.
I see. You have indeed performed a thorough investigation. Which is why I am even further perplexed. Why do you not use your efforts for justice?
My actions are not just? Who made that decision?
You cannot understand even that? Even now? Providing support to a defense attorney despite being a prosecutor? It is quite unnatural. This goes against the rules.
I am merely choosing to do what I think is right at this particular time. I travel down the road I have chosen. Your comprehension does not matter in the least. However, if anyone intends to interfere, I will show no mercy.
Perhaps this is a calling from the goddess of law. If you intend to rebel against her divine will, I will have no choice but to hand down my verdict.
Girl, we ain't in the courtroom right now.
Pay heed to my words. I have one more reason to suspect Simon Keyes of murder.
What you gonna say now? Man, this bitch is not done.
Reasons for suspicion. The body came from the courtyard. How was Mr. Knightley brought here from the detention center? Only Simon Keyes could have provided such an opportunity. Because of this fact, I find it most difficult to suspect any other party of this crime.
Wait a minute, we have an evidence against that right there. Oh, no.
While Simon Keyes was moving supplies for the show, he visited Mr. Knightley's cell. Does that not strike you as odd? Why else would he have brought a large covered cage with him? Oh, that does seem pretty suspicious.
Mr. Keyes was merely that kind of person. It is entirely possible that he carelessly brought it there.
If that is possible, then it is also possible that he was assisting in the escape. Am I wrong?
Huh. I suppose I must refute her theory with evidence.
Do we have any?
God, I hope so. I think we do, though. I think we do. Doesn't the security footage say that it wasn't that? If the body came from the courtyard, I don't think I have to press that. How was Mr. Knightley brought here from the detention center? Press this one, though. Are you certain there was no other routes?
A trial date had not been set for Mr. Knightley. Since he was not a prisoner, he could not have easily entered the prison. He would have stood out too much.
Meaning no one testified seeing him there.
Well done. May you be blessed by the goddess of law. As I said, Mr. Knightley was taken into the prison through a less conspicuous manner.
Only Simon Keyes could have provided such an opportunity. No, tell me this. Are you certain that he was the only person who had the opportunity?
Have you forgotten? This is a prison. Due to the constant supervision, it would be impossible to do anything unusual.
What do you mean? This whole place has been unusual since we got here. Then wouldn't it be the same for Mr. Keyes?
The warden has shown favor to the Barry Big Circus. Simon Keyes is a circus member, Miss Barry's apprentice no less. It could only have been him. He was able to move about freely within the facility.
So was the warden, more freely than him. It seems you'd forgot to mention that.
The word forget does not exist in my dictionary.
Then it would be prudent for you to add it to your argument. Mr. Keyes may have been the only person who could move around freely. But on the day of the murder, there was a gap in time missing from the surveillance records. During that time, anyone could have done as they pleased. Do I have proof of this gap on the surveillance records? Yeah, I do. The security footage shows it.
Take that!
Mr. Keyes wasn't the only one who had the opportunity. Who else could have had the opportunity? The timestamp on the security camera is off by 3 hours. This means there was a 3-hour gap in time. During that time, anyone could have done it.
If that were the case, then the murderer would have created the gap in time intentionally. It would not have been a simple camera failure. Are you saying that is possible?
Well, it is now that we know somebody went into the breaker room. It's possible if you had access to this. Oh, hey, how about that? We're gonna go to the breaker room. I'm starting to worry about this. I think it's getting kind of obvious now who might have done this. Boy, it took a lot of time to lead up to this, but I think I'm starting to get the picture. In this courtyard we found the circuit breaker for the security camera. And it was possible to access the breaker room both before and after the murder. What? What are you gonna say, girl?
Unfortunately, it appears that you have fallen short of your intentions. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't fallen short of anything. So can you explain how the murderer obtained the key to the breaker room?
Oh yeah, that's right, it was locked, wasn't it? The warden hangs on to the key, right?
The breaker room has great importance even in a prison. There is no one who would be able to obtain the key so easily.
I think, are we gonna lay it down on her now that we think it is the warden? Well, I can think of someone. Oh shit. We're gonna do it, aren't we?
What did you say?
This person, the murderer, was able to get the key. They didn't even need to steal it. That can't be anyone like that. Besides, the breaker to the electrified vents is in that room too. Only one person could have done this. I didn't want to believe it myself, but I trust that my logic is sound. Edgeworth, if you believe it, I'm gonna say it. The person who used the key to enter the breaker room is... It's the warden, isn't it? Oh boy. Okay.
Take that!
The murderer is... What's up, missile? What's the Oh, you're here, are you? Were your ears burning? Warden Roland.
Hi. Oh my. What an energetic little puppy.
She's talking about Edgeworth, right? That's because this dog is extremely fond of sweets. It seems to detect a sweet scent on you.
Oh, heavens no. I'm not even wearing perfume or anything of the sort.
What the dog detects is the sweet scent of death.
How poetic. However, does that not imply that I committed a murder?
That's what I think. I'll just very casually say it. What?
The warden is the murderer? Mr. Edgeworth, are you serious about your statement? Oh, how amusing. The very thought of a warden committing a murder. It sounds like something out of a mystery novel. Precisely. Your reasoning is in contempt.
Hold it!
Nothing of the sort. I did not want to believe it myself, but... based on the evidence, I have no choice but to believe it. This evidence proves that Warden Roland is the murderer. Wait, what? What do we have? Floor plans. Penetrating wound in the neck, died instantly. There are bruises on his head, had a sweet scent. I mean, if she has the same scent too, I think this is what we want. Because what else would there be? What else would there be to connect her to him exactly? We've already used the device. We've already gone through this stuff. And we can't connect this to her, but the sweet scent we can. Because I believe that's on her. So, yeah? The smell gave you away. Okay, thank God. Missile on always made. As you can plainly see, someone has taken notice.
This police dog?
He tracked a sweet smell that came from the body. And right now, he's telling us that the same scent is also on Warden Roland.
You're a cruel one to accuse me of a murder based on something like that. Right, Justine, darling? Oh, are you two in cahoots? I figured as much. Are you guys girlfriends or something? It's alright, I'm into it. It appears that Judge Courtney has reached the same conclusion as I have. Mr. Edgeworth, this couldn't have been just coincidence, could it?
The key to the break room and the same scent on the body? If it were only one, it would have been such.
It appears we have reached a conclusion. We should now listen to what the Warden has to say, but we're gonna do that in the next one. Oh my god, this is getting so good. I think we're coming to the end of this. I think hopefully the next episode will be the end of this episode, of this whole case. We'll see though, and I will do my best to figure it out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying it like I am, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Toodaloo!